The tennis community is currently losing its absolute mind because Alexandra Eala won't play the WTA's favorite game, firing your mentor the second you have a rough day at the office. While every self-proclaimed expert on X is yelling at her to bring in a celebrity guru, Eala is busy being the only grown-up in the building. This goes way deeper than the sport. It is about a 20-year-old showing she has got more smarts than the whole press machine put together. Before we expose this coaching circus, I gotta ask, is loyalty a superpower in today's WTA, or is Alex playing with fire by sticking with Joan Bosch? Drop your thoughts down below. Let's chat about the total farce that the modern Women's Tennis Association has become. Honestly, it is something else. We have reached a point where the top 20 treat their trainers like single-use paper plates. Drop a match in the second round of a major, axe the coach. Forehand feels a little weird on a random Tuesday, axe the coach. It is a merry-go-round of massive egos with verified badges and multi-million-dollar salary demands. The press laps it up because it looks like progress. They love watching pros hop between Patrick Mouratoglou, Brad Gilbert, or Sasha Bajin, like they are shopping for sneakers at the mall, praying a famous name in the box will instantly cure a weak serve or stop a meltdown. It is a show of insecurity, a desperate hunt for a shortcut that ain't there. Yet the commentators act like this is the only path to greatness. Then you have Alex Eala, the kid with the massive fan base, the soaring rank, and brand deals that make veterans jealous. The old guard looks at her, and their brains just fry. They cannot figure out why she won't play along. In their eyes, she's big time now, and big-time players supposedly need legendary mentors who have guided Grand Slam winners. They are literally making up stories about her turning down seven-figure deals from elite gurus because they cannot grasp loyalty in a game run on fear and cash. It is kind of funny seeing them baffled by a young lady who actually knows herself. But if we want to get real here, we have to look at who Joan Bosch actually is. This is not some random dude she hired off LinkedIn 6 months back to check her swing stats. You have to go back in time. When Alex was a 13-year-old leaving the Philippines for the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Bosch was right there. He is the main engineer of her whole style. Imagine the mental state of a 13-year-old far from mom and dad in a strange land surviving the absolute boot camp of that facility. We have talked about her routine before: the 5 hours of daily drills, the body aches, the school stress, and giving up a normal childhood. Through every breakdown, every brutal 6 a.m. workout, and every moment of crushing insecurity, Joan Bosch was the guy across the net. He didn't just pop up when the Nike money hit or the paparazzi arrived. He was present when she was just a little girl with a heavy lefty swing holding back tears on a practice court. In pro tennis, genuine trust is harder to find than gold. It is the most isolating game on earth. When you step onto center court, you are totally naked out there. No timeouts, no subs, and no squad to back you up. When you are trailing 2-5 in the final set and gasping for air, you have one anchor: your box. When Alex looks up, she does not need a famous face who is already planning his next TV commentary segment. She needs to see the man who knows exactly when she breaks because he is the one who taught her how to survive it years ago. You cannot purchase that kind of mental connection with $1 million paycheck. That bond is built through years of shared grind. Now let's hit back at the tactical geniuses claiming Bosch lacks the resume to take her higher. Are we watching the same game? Eala's entire identity on the court is grounded in that Spanish clay mentality. That is exactly what Bosch drills at the academy. It is about heavy, miserable topspin building points like a chess master and a stubborn refusal to hand out freebies. We just saw her take Jessica Pegula to the absolute edge. We have seen her run tour veterans into the ground. That is no fluke. Bosch designed a blueprint that perfectly leverages her lefty weapons. Why would she sack the creator of a system that is currently scaring the top 50 just to hire some shiny superstar coach who will definitely try to leave his mark? These big names always want to switch a grip or mess with the ball toss just so they can claim the glory when the player wins. Alex Eala does not need a tear-down job. She needs stability. Her refusal to jump ship says a ton about her maturity. Consider the weight on her shoulders. She has a whole country demanding Grand Slams yesterday. It would be effortless for a 20-year-old to let ego drive, blame the coach for a loss, and sign a legend just to keep sponsors happy. But she sticks to the wisdom of her grandfather Lolo Bob back on the public courts of the Philippines. He taught her you do not ditch the crew who laid the foundation just because you finally got the keys to the penthouse. Bosch gets the cultural burden she carries and the family vibes involved. He shields her from the press circus. Letting him go right now would be a total wrecking ball to her peace of mind. Trying to learn a stranger's language while navigating the biggest moments of her career would be a nightmare. The reason she keeps her cool when the heat is on is simply that her team is solid. There is zero theater here. No shouting matches, just the grind, the routine, and the deep bond between an athlete and the mentor who practically raised her. Pundits love buzzing about leveling up, like it's some VIP lounge you can only access by cutting a check for 500 EP, $1,000 a year just to have a guy sit in your box rocking a branded cap. They gloss over the reality that the legends, the ones who actually dominate for decades, are built on bedrock, not quicksand. Take Rafa, for example. Look at the dynasties that actually produce hardware. The tour's fixation on the flavor of the month coach is exactly why gifted players hit a wall and fade away lost in a maze of tweaks that wreck their natural game. Alex is dodging that bullet. She's ignoring the circus to stay in the lab and handle business. Critics can't stop harping on that rumored seven-figure deal she turned down from a star coach. Even if true, why the gasp? Just because she refused to sell out in an industry that loves a sellout. She gets it, a celebrity on the sidelines can't crush a forehand for her when she's trailing 30-40 in the decider. They won't be the ones up at the crack of dawn monitoring her rehab. Joan Bosch is woven into her athletic DNA. You don't start slicing up your own genetic code when you're already winning. The press failing to grasp this says more about their superficiality than her game plan. They chase clicks, she chases hardware. They want the messy breakup headline. She wants the quiet confidence of knowing her corner is solid, win or lose. Let's be real about this super coach fantasy. Half these guys are just glorified tourists with a solid media kit. They waltz in, say, "You're great, but change this," and grab a slice of the prize money. When the slump hits, and it always hits, they bounce to the next phenom. It's a parasitic loop. Joan Bosch, though, is all in on the human, not the payout. He saw the potential way before the hype train arrived. That loyalty is a tactical edge. It lets Alex lock in on tennis, knowing her foundation is concrete. She isn't looking back, worrying if her coach is eyeing a bigger paycheck. She isn't stressing that he'll walk after a losing streak. That safety net lets her play fearless attacking tennis. And for the doubters claiming she's plateauing, check the data. Watch how she absorbs pace from the heavy hitters. She's getting sharper, quicker, and wiser every month. Her growth is steady and real. It's not a sugar rush from some new coaching honeymoon phase. It's the payoff from years of steady elite schooling. Switching now is like swapping a jet engine at 30,000 feet because someone claimed a different oil brand might add 1 mile per hour. It's reckless. It's pointless. Honestly, it disrespects the grind. Alex is the outlier here, showing integrity and foresight that's basically extinct in sports. She has zero interest in the coaching musical chairs. She's building a 15-year legacy, not a 15-month viral moment. She's watched stars burn out from shaky foundations. She has her bedrock. She has her builder. And she's smart enough to bolt the door while the industry begs her to let the scavengers in. She's not afraid of evolution. She's a pro who knows her formula. The idea that she needs a big name is just the media trying to hijack her narrative. If she takes a slam with Bosch, that win belongs to her and her camp. If she wins with a guru, the narrative shifts. Oh, look how he fixed her. They'll say, Alex is too smart for that trap. She knows the source of the sweat equity. She remembers who stood by her in the shadows, and she's bringing them into the spotlight. That's grit. It tells the tour, you can't buy me and you can't push me. That makes her dangerous. Not just the shots, but the bulletproof mindset. Looking back, this coaching carousel will be remembered as a graveyard of talent. But she will be the exception, the one who held the line. She'll prove that old-school loyalty is actually the ultimate modern advantage. The surprise isn't her sticking with him. It's that people are stunned by character. It exposes the tour's culture, not hers. She's not the lost one. The world is just playing catch-up with her maturity. While the insiders tweet and the clickbait churns, Alex and Joan are on a backcourt somewhere grinding. They are going to be grinding on that southpaw cut, dialing in the movement, and tuning out the static. Because when it comes down to it, super coach is barely more than a fancy label. A teammate who connects with your spirit, that is the real trophy. Eala has already secured the biggest victory available in professional sports. She keeps her squad tight and her vision locked in. The rest of the circuit ought to be studying her playbook, not handing out pointers. She is out there chasing a legacy, not hunting for clout. That is precisely why she will hit the pinnacle, doing it her way with her crew and zero second guessing. So, whenever you scroll past some bait article about Alex turning down a legendary mentor, keep this in mind. She does not require a VIP in her corner. She is the VIP. All she needs is the technician who understands exactly what makes her motor hum. If you dug this raw perspective on the WTA, smash that thumbs up and subscribe for more straight shooting. I will catch you in the next video. Keep analyzing the game.